Hello, folks. Welcome to Golden Rule Day, Golden Ruleism Day. And I am here talking to an old buddy, an old friend, although we're a couple of hours apart now. Actually, no, just one hour apart. But it's getting dark in this part of the world where I am. And I think it's still maybe bright where my friend and mentor and colleague, Hugh Doyle, is coming in from the north of Ireland, the northwest of Ireland, although he does point out very often that it's down south. So I'm going to be introducing Hugh Doyle in a couple of seconds. But I want to welcome everybody to this day, to Golden Rule Day, where we're going to be looking at a few different themes. But today, I would love to be able to humanize Golden Rule, Golden Ruleism. I am Shane O'Connor, and I'm one of the team leaders within the project, which is an initiative that stemmed from the Charter for Compassion, which is also stemmed from the Golden Rule. So we're celebrating the connections that we have. And we're going to be looking at the theme, which is humanity's timeless compass, through the lives of two people that have signed up for a project, hopefully not under too much duress, but have signed up to become ambassadors, GoldenRuleism Ambassadors. And we're going to show you all about how to get onto to our website and how to sign up if you're interested in walking the talk of the Golden Rule, of Golden Ruleism. We'd love to have you on board. But I'm going to put it back over to my friend who I probably came in contact with 21, 22 years ago. I always get this date wrong, Hugh, so I apologize, but you're much better at dates. And you probably were the first person that, for me, opened these questions, these conversations around what is it to be compassionate? What is it to be empathic? What is it to have kindness, not as a sense of weakness in your life, but what is it to use these skills and attributes in a very profound and a strong way, but not just in our inner world, but the world around us as well. So you were my youth worker, my mentor, and we've stayed in touch for many years. And in fact, your family is not in any way distant from Golden Rule, because I think it was 2 years ago, your two sons, they performed live for Golden Rule Day. They performed a song that was written for Golden Ruleism. And it was a live performance from your home, which was lovely as well to have the boys involved. So 2 years on, we've got their daddy on board. And what I'd like to start off with you, if possible, is really just to ask you the concepts, the principles that we call them in Golden Ruleism, or the Golden Rule as people know it throughout the world, maybe in your profession as a chaplain in a school in Ireland, in the Republic of Ireland, this concept of as treating others and the earth as you want to be treated, or in a slightly more nuanced way we look at it within Golden Ruleism, is to do for all others, both directly and indirectly, what you would want done for you, or don't do for any others, either directly or indirectly, what you wouldn't want done for you. So this is the guide that we're looking for, the principles or the ethic. How does this ethic play a part or a role in your life? And maybe if you could just guide us through. We've got about 6 minutes for this as well, so I'm putting you on the pressure, putting you on the spot here, Hugh. But thank you for joining us first of all.
Yeah, well, thank you very much for that introduction, Shane, and I'm delighted to be part of Golden Rule Day. And uh, yeah, I was just telling one of my sons, Cahir, there this evening that I was coming on to talk to you about Golden Rule Day, and he's really fond memories of that day when himself and Kieran and the other band members played a song or a number of songs that day as part of Golden Rule Day. So. Um, yeah, as you said, I'm a chaplain, a school chaplain, and teacher in a school in Donegal here in the Republic of Ireland. So it's a high school, secondary school, comprehensive school. So I work with young people from 12 up to 19. So that whole spectrum of growing up in adolescence, difficult time, challenging time, wonderful time also, and a time of great fun, but also a time that presents so much challenge for young people. So I suppose my role in the school is to support the young people, support the staff, and to also support the wider community and make links and connections uh, and try to develop ways where the young people can support each other. So that's a kind of key that I've noticed over um, many long years working with young people, and it's 25 years now this summer that we first met, just to make you feel old, uh,
And
but
young.
and young as well at the same time. But yeah, so over those years, it's really it's been about creating opportunities where young people can support each other, and I suppose that's what I try to do in my work. Um, Often, young people will the students will come in first year when they start their secondary school journey, and they feel quite alone, and um, and really the kind of the key for a lot of them is to find one even other student that they can kind of befriend and support, and or to find a group that they can call, or they can feel that they belong to and support one another. Um, yeah, as you say, it's so important that we do treat each other as we would like to be treated. And I suppose in our schools and in our wider community, we try to do that. And uh, it's not always successful. And sometimes we hurt each other, and there's a piece of work around facilitation there where we would try to bring students back together with, if they have been hurt, and to work out then, you know uh, what it was that they did that hurt the other person, and they try to, I suppose, learn from that. So that's a key thing about growing up, a key thing of adolescence, developing the sense of who you are, developing the sense of right relation with the people around you, be those your peers and the teachers and the other staff and the wider community as well.
Thanks you for that. And I know that you've talked about that in your role as a chaplain in a school, which is a hugely important role from my experience of working in schools across Ireland as well. And I'm sure people can relate to that. But you also have many other hats. You're not wearing a hat right now, but you do have hats. Father, you mentioned, partner, you're a coach, you're somebody who's seeking justice. I don't want to give titles to that, but seeking justice all the time that I've known you, 25 years, and also mad fanatical sports fan. So I mean, I am from my reciprocity, from what I'm looking at where you're doing it, it's in all of those roles as well. And modeling it is something I think is so important as well. Um, and I suppose this is a chance to appreciate that and to thank you, because I have some of those hats now that I didn't have 25 years ago, but to see somebody putting them into action is really important. And I think that gratitude for that and affirmation is also important. So I thank you live. But maybe moving just to maybe bring this conversation, and it's so short, but a conversation around how you've been able to observe these concepts of reciprocity, of kindness, empathy, compassion in a more local way, because I know that your village, the village where you live right now and where you're coming in from, has experienced fairly dramatic trauma and tragedy over the last while. But if you could talk us through even an example or two where you've seen these concepts come into real life action.
Yeah, well, yeah, as you say, I live here in Creasla now in County Donegal, and just over 2 years ago, about 2.5 years ago, there was an explosion at the local shop and set of apartments above it, and anyway, 10 people tragically lost their lives. Um, but there, yeah, as you say, the the response of the local community and the wider community here in Donegal and across Ireland to support the people in the moment, in the immediate aftermath, and the longer term aftermath has been phenomenal, really. And I suppose what's happening over the last year or so is the community association here in Creasla is really being built up and supported, and we have a community hub now where people come together for uh, all manner of different activities and interests, and um, it's a nice place where people can just drop in for a cup of tea, but also uh, meet other people from the community, and that's really, I suppose, playing a key role in the healing of the hurt and the trauma that was experienced, particularly by the families of those who died, but also, I suppose, by the wider community as well. So yeah, and it's ongoing. It's I suppose it's a very slow process of healing after such trauma happened. But there's a lot of people in the community here who do really tremendous work to bring the community together. And there always was, I suppose, like as you say, I'm not from here, but I've been here 20 years. But I know that there's always been great work that has gone on in the community here to support each other. And I suppose that's the kind of the key in communities, that we don't live in isolation, or we try not to live in isolation, that we can go outside of our house, and we know people, and we can join together in activities to make the place a better place, whether that's going out to do the local cleanup once or twice a year, where we show care for our community and care for the environment, or we're planting trees, or we're taking part in the local community garden, we're watering flowers. We're trying to care for the community and care for the environment as well. And I know that's an important part of Golden Ruleism, that we also care for the environment, because is the environment, we are part of the environment. We are people, we're humans, and how we treat each other is important, but also how we treat the environment, because we are part of the world. We are part of this earth, and we really need to be kind to it as well.
I think it's vitally important, and it's probably a good note to finish this part of the conversation, at least before we jump into the second part. But yeah, treating others directly and indirectly, and that's all others. The all is a small word, but particularly on Earth Week as well, which should be Earth Day every day. But I think it's a huge part of it, and it's one of the things that I would see and appreciate from rural communities, or rural towns like the one that you're living in, that it's the ecosystem, it's interconnected and interdependent in the healing, but also in the moving forward as well. So I think it's a really important point to bring up as well. So thanks a million, Hugh. That's going to bring our part one of our conversation to an end, but we'll see in a wee minute. Maybe we'll take a bit of a breather to digest some of that from what we've been talking about here, but thanks for listening.
Okay, Shane, thank you.